you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Oh, what year is this car?
This is brand new. This is
The 2025?
Well, actually, it's a. Ooh, don't go that way. Don't go that way. It is 2024. I bought it in September of last year,
Please
so
use your seatbelt.
technically, not brand new, but
Yeah.
just
This is brand new, man.
yeah. Until I'm gonna keep saying it's brand new
Yeah.
until September.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I would say. Man, I'm so glad you picked me up now because I'm Ubering because my car is totaled and I had a Model 3. But
You have a model like this?
Yeah, it was a 2018, and now I'm thinking, I'm like, okay,
You got to get one of these.
I was like, should I get?
So
the
you're
new
gonna
ones, or should I
get a
get-
chance to see it in action then.
Exactly. And
So,
I was like, thinking.
Ask me any questions you have. I've had this, like I said, since September. Love it.
Is this long range or
Long range?
Okay.
So this is a long range all-wheel drive.
Okay.
And I'll tell you, the reason I decided on those. I decided on long range, obviously, just, it's Houston.
Yeah,
it's a
you need
huge geographic city. So
Yeah.
That's-
I had a long range too, so I can't go back to anything that's not long range.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then, I'll tell you, I got the all-wheel drive just because it does rain a lot in Houston. And you know how that is. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can tell the difference in the rain
Yeah.
between rear-wheel drive and all. But I will tell you, if I would definitely go with long range, I'm not so sure. All right, buddy. I'm not so sure that the difference between all-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive is really that significant. Like
Yeah.
I've been in some rear-wheel drives and they seem to handle just as well in the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't that much more for the all-wheel drive, so I went with
So,
it.
yeah, so you're like, might as well.
Might as well. It
Yeah.
wasn't that much. And I didn't go for the performance because this is my second Tesla.
Yeah.
So my first Tesla was actually a Model S Plaid.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I just retired
Love
back in
Yeah.
September. Yeah, I love that, but
It's
it was just too much. It at the end of the day, I spent way too much on it for, like, granted, it's cool to have something that you can say goes 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds, but
Yeah.
I may have used it a grand total of 5 times.
yeah, but at the same time, the Model S is just so nice.
it
The
is.
way, yeah, and at least you can say that you had a.
I had one.
Yeah,
I had one.
And the only thing is, I heard it was a performance or plaids. Like it's your. What was I saying? Your tires, you have to replace a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Because my friend, he has a Model X. He's a 2016 Model X performance.
Okay.
And he's looking for a plaid now. But
In the Model X?
Yeah, in the Model X. And so he's trying to find a good price for one, stuff
You
like
can
that.
find a really good
Yeah.
price right now.
And that's what I told him. I was like, you got to do it. I was like, now's the time. And so he's like looking around, trying to like shop around. And we kept looking and we were finding. So we were also looking for a new car for me, and I didn't know whether or not I wanted to do the Model 3 or the Model Y. But at the same time, my parents, they just got a Model Y in January. So I'm like,
So they have the older version of the Model Y then?
Yeah,
not
they
the-
don't have the Juniper
Oh,
or the
man.
Highland model.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Juniper. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
this
they
is
don't
the
have it.
Highland. The Model 3 is the Highland, and the Model Y is the Juniper.
Yeah. I always got confused with that, but I remember because I know some people like, I don't know, they like to make new ones.
Yeah.
like, on Reddit. But,
Yep.
yeah, but they have the regular Model Y, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, I don't know if I wanted to get like a Model Y or a Model 3, because sometimes the prices are so similar that sometimes
They're
like,
exactly-
I'll just go for a Model Y.
I
It
will-
depends on the day.
Yeah, I will
Like-
tell you right now, if it's about pricing, there's almost no difference.
Yeah,
None.
it's so similar. It's so
Especially now that they've actually come out with more variants of the new Model Y.
Yeah,
So they
that's true.
just came out with the rear wheel drive on the Model Y. And I'm going to tell you, the difference in price. I want to say somebody told me that it literally in a certain variant, it's actually a little cheaper to get the Model Y, which is weird.
It's weird, but honestly, it depends on the day and it depends on what kind you go for.
It's Tesla. They change the Thursdays. Wait till Thursday,
exactly.
and they'll
yeah, literally wait till Thursday. Like check on Monday, check on Thursdays. The prices are gonna be completely different. It really just depends. Like honestly, it's month to month too.
It is.
I love it. I love it. And honestly, I love the Elon hate. I want them to keep hating so it goes the price even more.
Well, you mentioned Reddit, and I was like, man, I have to be careful about, because I mean, the things I get called, like, I don't know about you, but like the swastika and the,
oh god, yeah.
You know what's funny though? So I retired from my old gig, from that I did 30 plus years. I was an accountant, CPA, and this is kind of like the thing I've decided to do, like my first like post-retirement gig or whatever. And honestly, the main reason I'm doing it is because Elon is getting so much damn hate that I was like, I don't think people like they're hating on him for so much, but they don't realize how amazing his technology is.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna get out here in Houston. Like, you realize I haven't been driving since I picked you up, right?
Exactly, right.
I pushed a button and I haven't.
See the full self-driving. It's amazing.
Yeah, I haven't done a thing, and so the reason I say this, I even brought it up, is that I get zero Elon or Tesla hate. I've done rides. I've been going pretty hard in the paint. I'm really trying to canvas the city.
Yeah.
I would say you are not abnormal. You are very abnormal for my ride. So you own a Tesla. Not only have you been in a Tesla before, but you actually own one yourself.
I get so excited because the thing is, I never choose Uber Green because it's more expensive, but I end up choosing whenever I choose.
So when you saw that it was a Tesla on it, you were like, "Oh,
I was so happy." And last night,
I accept all rides.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do. Like, that's why I was saying you're an abnormal rider for me, because I'm out here. I literally, I would say I'm close to. If let's say it's. So those have never been in a Tesla before. So I've had 2 people out of rides that own a Tesla themselves. So you, and then there was one other dude that had one, and I can't remember why there's the same thing, like his was getting serviced or something.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 more people that didn't own Teslas but had been in other Teslas who were Ubering. But the vast majority, all around the city of Houston, first time in a Tesla, first time seeing FSD, all of that sort of stuff. So it's refreshing too when you said, like, all right, hold on a second, let me concentrate on this real quick, because I gotta. Oh, good, there you go, baby. Come on, baby girl, you got this. All right, cool. I just wanted to make absolutely sure.
Yeah, that's how I was whenever I had the FSD for a bit. I had it, but the thing is, what I noticed is the FSD on the 2018 are not the same when it comes to the,
because you have hardware 3 versus hardware 4.
Exactly, yeah, because I tried it out on my parents' Model Y, their regular Model Y, and it's completely different. And
theirs is a new, so they have hardware 4.
Yeah, and
so they have 13.2.9 or 8.
But on mine, it'd be pissing me off because I was just like I didn't even get it. I didn't do the month to month because I was like, oh, this thing sucks, and I was.
So I don't know if you follow any of the folks on X and
I've seen, I've heard of that.
Yeah. But... So I'm hoping that pretty soon here, when they roll out the unsupervised. But obviously, most of the early access guys, they're like in Silicon Valley and San Francisco and LA, and
you'll probably be
I'll be the first in Houston. That to be the first person in Houston in the Tesla universe to get something. Sorry for that.
I don't care about all that.
It's like,
Oh, man.
he's the first person in Houston to get to.
That.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna use that. That's so funny. I never.
It's like, yeah.
I'm gonna use that. Like that was actually hilarious. Oh man, I know. You think I'm joking? I'm really gonna use it. I'm trying to think of like a way I could sneak that into conversations tonight. I'm so excited.
Well, I really, but honestly, too, I will tell you that I don't know what you spent on your Model 3, but the pricing on the Model 3s right now are so freaking good.
I know, and that's what's making the decision because I'm looking, okay, should I get it used again or should I get it new?
Get it new.
You
could even lease.
Me wanted to get
you could even lease. Like, okay, so
I don't want to do that because I drive so far.
Oh, you do? Then don't lease. Never mind.
I can't do.
But even you could use it as a trade-in.
Oh my god!
And,
I can't trade it in because now I can't because my car's totaled.
Oh.
And, yeah.
We get some well, maybe not trade it in, but get like some.
No,
still get value, get some dollars out of it.
I didn't even get anything extra. So the extra that the insurance gave me was just to cover my deductible.
Gotcha.
And I could have people are telling me, yeah, you could negotiate for like at least $2,000 more.
Yeah.
But I was too worried by them being like for them to not total out my car if I negotiated it because I was like, here's the thing, it's an old car, it's a 2018. And it has like 92,000 miles on it. I know miles don't really matter in a Tesla, but at the same time, because of how it was manufactured in 2018 and how
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Elon may have actually manufactured your car.
Exactly.
that's how. Yeah. No. I mean that's how. Like when people talk about the 2018, those first Model 3s, dude, there's a good chance Elon clamped together. That's how bad it was back then. Elon himself may have clamped together your chassis.
Exactly. I was like, that's exactly what I was like. I don't want it.
Elon was on one end and Kimball was on the other end.
Oh god, yeah. I was like, that's why I don't want it back.
But you're an OG though. I love that.
Well, no, I didn't get it in 2018. I actually got it last year.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay, so you got a great deal then.
So I got it. The total price of the car was $23,000.
Nice.
And I got it last year in April. And it's only been like what a whole year, right?
Yeah.
And then, I didn't even make it a year, but before
I'm telling you, you would absolutely love this car. I mean, and it's just not that damn expensive. Like this right here with the federal tax credit, which is still in place, is $34,000. So you do run the finance numbers on that, and you're literally talking about somewhere like 500 to 600. And I know that can be a lot, but I mean, for a brand new Tesla that does so you got the little bit bigger screen. I mean, you told me, I think the screen's
I feel like it's big.
Right.
At least
more space in the back. You got
for sure.
entertainment console back there.
The ambient lighting.
Ambient lighting.
So long for it. I know people that literally will not upgrade to Tesla because they're waiting for their car to come out with the
ambient light bar. Yeah, here's the funny thing. For me, it was a throwaway thing. Like I never even thought about. And now every time somebody gets in my Tesla, that's the first thing they mention is like, oh my god, I love this. Was this aftermarket? And I go, no, this is like every new Tesla Model 3 and every new Tesla Model Y has the and I've got, once I put it on Rainbow Road, you can see it changes the colors as you're going along. I totally I know it can be tough to stretch, especially you're a young person, so I get it. Like at your age, it's just tough to make that. But
at the same time, my 2018 was every month it was $450.
See, you could get a brand new for that right now.
I really could, just depending on how much down I put, and it just it really depends. So that's why I was just thinking, I was like, because what was holding me back from doing new was mainly just because I was like, well, the things that I want in the new car were I was thinking, okay, the ambient lighting or the infotainment display in the back, I was like, I could get that through Pimp My EV.
Yeah.
Especially because, Pimp My EV, have you heard of them?
Yes.
So.
Really?
Yeah. And I have a discount code if you're ever interested.
Yeah,
Like,
aftermarket mods.
Yeah, or aftermarket and premium. So like real carbon fiber too.
Yeah.
And so America, because it sold better. I think they were doing better in America, or maybe their manufacturers were here or something. I don't know. But basically, he even like he gave me a bunch of mods for my old Tesla, like the Model 3. He gave my parents a bunch of mods for their Model Y, and I was thinking, I was like, well, if I get a used one, I was like, could, and I was like, what I'm thinking now, especially being in the back seat of this car, I'm like, the issue is like the drive with the 2018 versus the new car.
Oh,
it's a huge
difference. Well,
difference.
and do you notice the outside noise? Like,
yes, it's way quieter.
Way quieter, isn't it?
Way quieter.
I mean, and if you want to, we've only got 9 more minutes. I should have seen if you wanted to put your music on. You could check out the sound. The sound system's great.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
I already knew. Well, honestly, the sound system.
The sound system in yours is pretty good.
Was great anyway, so I already know if anything is just gonna be better.
Yeah, it's a skosh better.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. You already sold me. I'm like, damn. And I'm like I'm like, oh, God, like, damn. I want to go new again.
I'm telling you, the pricing right now is so damn good. And the thing is, while we still have the federal tax credit, that's another $7,500 right off of it, right?
I know. Need it.
And then use somebody. I got you. Check. Figure out the referral. Yeah, you can always use somebody's referral code. I don't know what the pricing is currently for Model 3s and or Model Ys and the referral code. So, like, for you, Model 3 versus Model Y, I mean, what are the things that's most important to you? Because, like, you're young, so I'm sorry, I don't want to assume here. I'm going to assume that you're not, like, married with kids.
No.
Like, you're still in that young girl, get around town type of stage. So you don't need all the space of a Model Y.
I don't. But and the reason why I'm thinking of not getting a Model Y is the only reason I'm saying is like, since I'm like, okay, if I ever need like the space, or if I want to drive like, you know, higher up, whatever.
Right.
I was like, I can always use my parents. Like, we can switch cars, right?
That's right.
Because it's on the phone anyways, give you access. And like, whenever I had my Model 3, like, we just both had access to each other's cars, even though we wouldn't use it. But just like, so if we ever need to grab something or trade cars, it wasn't like a hassle to just do it right then and there. We just always had it. And, you know, also like safety, it's like, okay, if one of us like sees like, you know, where the other is or whatever, just being able to check on the
absolutely
phone, whatever, right?
Absolutely.
Especially with all the Elon hate, I was paranoid for a good month. And then I was like, you know what, I don't care. I was like, I got Sentry mode. You're an idiot if you try.
Oh yeah, you know what I have found is I think it's the Cybertruck folks that are getting most of the double birds and whatnot, and I haven't seen, now granted, I'm a pretty big dude, so like you're gonna come, I mean, so what I really hated is I've seen the Elon hate mostly aimed towards women in our community, which boils my blood, because it's basically, I'm about to use a bad term, so just close your ears. It's these little motherfuckers out there that don't want, they're like, they don't, like, they're gonna find the easiest target, like they're stopping women in Model Ys on the road and confronting them, and I'm like, no, why don't you confront me, motherfucker? Stop me in my Model 3, a Marine veteran. Why don't you stop me on the road and let's have a discussion? Don't stop this mom of 3 in her Model Y, you little motherfucker. Sorry. All right, now you can open your ears back. Don't take a star off.
No. No, honestly, you've been my favorite Uber driver ever. Like, so far, like, you're great. But no, exactly. Like, I agree. I think it's so crazy. I'm like, okay, personally, I don't really care about like all that stuff. Like, if I was like, all right, if you hate Elon and you'd sure whatever, I was like, I don't really care. It doesn't affect me. Yeah. But I just think, like, I like the hate, and I talk about it with my friend who owns the Model X. I was like, Like,
That is hilarious.
That is the only reason. Like, we could care less about all day. We're like, I don't care.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a question. So, since you're a young lady, and I'm assuming you're in, so all your friends are pretty much your age, do you like? So, because it's probably, I'm 56, so I'm in a completely different demographic than you are. Like, I don't get a lot of it. Like, and again, I'm not in corporate America anymore. I probably would hear, before my retirement.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, because I let the algorithm just take me. You saw that. I mean, you were able to get me with the because I'm trying to show the technology to everybody. I end up going, I mostly have like cleaning ladies. And hard-working, blue-collar Hispanic women. That, if you want to know, 70% of my Uber rides are hard-working, blue-collar, working-class Hispanic women who are just getting back and forth from work to home, or going to hang out with a couple of their friends at a bar. They don't call it a bar, but it's something else. My Spanish is terrible. So, but they love it. When they get in the test, they can barely say it to me, but they love the car and they want to tell me how much they love it. So they feel like a queen for a minute. And so it's so funny to me to like juxtapose that to the, like, I was telling somebody on an X Space today, I was like, this has become, to me, it's becoming like, this is white people problems. Like, it's literally like, this is white on white crime.
Yeah, honestly.
Because I'm not getting any of this in the barrios, or when I go to like Third Ward or, MLK. Everybody loves getting in the Tesla. But I'm telling you, they love it. They love seeing the Tesla. But the minute, like, the minute that I post something on it, like to some upper middle class white, like, you swatched a car, you're a Nazi, this or that. And I'm like, tell me you're white without telling me you're white, is the way I feel like saying. So it really has kind of come to me, but I'm in that age demographic. So what is it like in your age demographic?
This is what I'll say. It's like, like you said, so I work at a restaurant. So anytime
you work in a very affluent area restaurant.
So what I see is like, so when I see people that, it's funny because, so what I've seen now lately is, before I used to get hated on for having a Tesla by like random, like just different people, like,
but for a different
like,
reason.
People, and it was like, oh, like you're a liberal, you just
you're a tree hugger, you're a socialist,
and I'm like, no, I just want to save money.
That's right. So now it's like the exact opposite.
Now it's like, okay, if you have Tesla,
like, can y'all make up your minds? Am I a socialist or a Nazi? Which one?
Which one? I'm like, you know what? Whatever. Like, now it's like, oh, like, I've heard people, like, I had a customer or a guest who said, oh, like, well, if you're, he had said, what did he say? He had said that, like, he was like, Tesla's the most American car. I don't know why you would trade it in for a Tahoe. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was like, wow, we've come a long way.
Yeah. It's like, they've definitely, it's like the political switch. And I just wish it was that, like, if we could just be down the middle. Like, it's an American car. It's American ingenuity. It's cheap. It doesn't use gas. It's good for the environment. Can we all just agree it's a good car?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be a political statement to people?
Like, it's not like I personally don't look at Teslas and be like, oh, you're a Nazi because you get a car. Like, what? Like, that has nothing to do with it.
Did it stop at the right spot? Well, I guess
it really did too. Like,
is it gonna stop? Are you gonna stop now? Is this it right here?
Yeah,
wow, look at. I pushed a button. at the restaurant. Yeah. And it got me here. It got you here without me once ever touching the steering wheel. That is AI 4. Yeah. Hardware 4 version 13.2.9. That is the difference between AI 4. Were you ever able to do that with your hardware 3?
Never. And you know how you kept looking back, right? Yeah. And like making, I could not do that with some. No.
I
could not. No, I was like, it was like if I took my eyes off the road, like, and my friend told me, he was like, just get sunglasses. I was like, you don't understand. I don't want to wear sunglasses. I'm tired.
It's great talking to you.
Yeah, I was. But I will answer your question. Was the younger generation, I see it's like a split down the middle. Either people think that I'm fancy and I'm rich because I have a Tesla, or, which is not true, or they think, they're like, well, don't do it. They're actually bad for their environment because of lithium battery.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. Or they're like, well, you know, like, don't support Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's like, really? So you want me to buy a foreign car?
Yeah.
Just to not support Elon Musk. That's how bad it's gotten.
Literally. But thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Favorite Uber driver.
I love it.
Great car. Now you've honestly convinced me to go new.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much. And then if you ever All right, thank you.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
All right, bye-bye.